get paid to buy a house that would cash flow on a monthly basis and have no liability to me or my company? Today I'm going to walk through a deal breakdown on a recent property we just purchased. Got paid a little over $2,000 at closing to purchase this property. So this is a property in Anniston, Alabama, 6305 Wynwood Drive. This was a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,449 square foot house. We purchased this property subject to the existing mortgage of $18,644. We also had the seller wanting to get some of their equity out of the deal. So we gave them $21,000 at closing cash in their hand. And we also had a wholesaler that brought this deal to us. And we paid that wholesaler an assignment fee of $10,000. So all in, this is right around $51,000 that it cost us to purchase this deal. And we have some closing costs on top of that. We used a private money lender on this deal. We borrowed $35,000, which we're going to pay 10% interest on. And that gives us a $292 per month interest charge on the money we're borrowing. That's actually where the additional $2,000 or so that we got paid at closing came from. So if you add up all these things, we have a cost of roughly $54,000 will be our total cost on the deal. And that includes the monthly payment of the subject to and the monthly payment to our lender, which oddly enough, they were both $292 a month. Very strange the way that worked out, but that's actually the real numbers. We like to factor 6 months worth of holding costs into our deals to make sure they pencil out for us, to give us a chance to do what we need to do and sell the properties and pay off all of our lenders. That's $1,752 for our private lender and to PNC Bank, who has the original mortgage that we took over subject to. So roughly $3,500 in note costs that we will incur over the first 6 months that we have this property. So what's our exit strategy on this property? We're actually going to wrap this property and sell it with seller financing. This is where from the beginning I mentioned, how can I get cash flow when having no liability in this property? We get paid upfront to buy it, we get paid monthly, and we have no liability. So we will wrap this property at $100,000 with about $8,000 in a down payment. That down payment goes directly to us, so that's another income source for us. We're going to sell the property at 9.75% interest. That interest on the balance will be $790 per month. Doesn't look like much when you factor in our 2 monthly payments, which came out to roughly a little under $600. $190, $200 cash flow is not great. But where this deal gets interesting is the way we actually structure our wrap notes. We will create 2 notes rather than 1, and we will get rid of or sell the first note, which will completely wipe out both of these liens. We'll pay off our private lender and we'll pay off the $18,000 balance with PNC Bank. What happens after that note is sold? We no longer have any liabilities with this property. We do not own the property because we sold it on seller financing. We do not have any underlying debt because when we sold the first note, we paid off PNC Bank and we paid off our private money lender. So all that happens at this point is we receive a small monthly check for being in second position as a note holder. And that small monthly check is going to be roughly $250 to $300 per month. And that is how you can get paid to buy a house, get a chunk of change when you sell it, and then get monthly cash flow with no liability.